Hey guys, welcome to Orange Flake Productions, and before the video starts, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps me out with the algorithm. Starting off at number 1, the Netherlands literally means low countries, as 50% of the land of the country is just over 1 meter above sea level. Moreover, 21% of its population and 26% of its area are below sea level. The port of Rotterdam is the largest port in Europe and the second largest port in the world. Between 1962 and 2004, it was also the world's busiest port. The Netherlands remained neutral in World War I, but was invaded and occupied by Germany in World War II. After World War II, some 500,000 Dutch left the country in search of better opportunities. The Netherlands was the world's first country to legalize same-sex marriage in 2001. The Netherlands is a founding member of EU, NATO, OECD, WTO, and also part of the Schengen area. The Hague is dubbed as the world's legal capital because it has Europol, Eurojust, and the UN Detention Unit. The Netherlands is classified as a densely populated country. In 2017, the population density of the country was 504 people per square mile. After the United States, the Netherlands is the world's second largest exporter of food and agricultural products. The Netherlands Index of Economic Freedom is at 75.8 score in 2017. The 5 largest cities of the Netherlands are Amsterdam, Rotterdam, The Hague, Utrecht, and Eindhoven. According to the World Happiness Report, in 2017, the Netherlands is the 6th most happy country in the world. The official websites of the country are Holland.com and HollandTradeandInvest.com. Houten, a municipality in the Netherlands in the province of Utrecht, is considered to be the safest place in the world. The Netherlands is an undisputed world leader in water management. The country is famous for its cheese, windmills, clogs, and flatlands, although there is a lot more to know about the Netherlands. The Netherlands is a parliamentary representative democracy divided into 12 provinces: North Holland, South Holland, Zeeland, Brabant, Utrecht, Flevoland, Friesland, Groningen, Drenthe, Overijssel, Gelderland, and Limburg. The Queen of the Netherlands is an Argentinian. The country is an ideal place to cycle as it is mostly flat. It is known as the bicycle capital of the world because it has more bikes than people. The country is expected to have 18 million bicycles and a population of 17 million. The Netherlands is one of the most progressive countries in the world. Abortion, prostitution, and euthanasia are all legal in the country. The Dutch prostitutes pay taxes to the government even. The country has plenty of rivers, lakes, and canals. Some 99% of the country's households have access to clean, chlorine-free drinking water. It rains every month in the country, and people often like to use raincoats instead of umbrellas to counter the heavy winds that blow. The best time to visit the country is from May to September. Germans visit the Netherlands in a very large number. The biggest international airport in the Netherlands is the Schiphol Airport, which is 4 meters below sea level. Vincent van Gogh is a famous Dutch painter. There is a museum in Amsterdam dedicated to him. The museum has a collection of over 200 paintings, 500 drawings, and 750 written documents. The museum is visited by some 1.5 million people per year. The most important sectors of the Netherlands include public administration, education, defense, human health, social work activities, wholesale and retail trade, transport, accommodation and food services, and industries. The Netherlands is also a member of the Benelux Economic Union. Its other 2 members are Belgium and Luxembourg. The Netherlands' highest point is Valserberg, which is 321 meters above sea level. The Netherlands' national anthem is the oldest national anthem in the world. It was written in 1568 and became official in 1932. According to the 2014 Oxfam report, the Netherlands is also one of the healthiest countries in the world. The Dutch are the tallest people in the world, with men averaging at 183 centimeters in height and women with 171 centimeters in height. The Netherlands actually has the highest English proficiency in the world. 9 out of every 10 people in the country speak English as a second language. It is also one of the top countries in the world for kids to learn a new language at school. The Netherlands is the world's leading tulip exporter. The country is expected to export about $2 billion worth of tulips in 2022. The lowest part of the country is 7 meters below sea level. That point, along with Lammerfjord in Denmark, is the lowest point of Western Europe and the European Union. The Netherlands is also the world's second biggest exporter of beer. In France, Germany, and the Netherlands, they serve beer in McDonald's. On average, a Dutch person cycles 1,000 kilometers during a year. A teenager in the country cycles about 2,000 kilometers per year. There are 16 bike shops per 100,000 inhabitants in the Netherlands. Cycling while being drunk is illegal in the country, and interestingly, the country also has the lowest rate of serious injury per million kilometers cycled. Netherlands' largest airport handles about 60 million passengers every year. Almost 20% of Dutch babies are born in their own home. The Dutch have recently started majorly growing orange carrots. CDs, DVDs, and Blu-ray all originated in the Netherlands. Amsterdam had the world's oldest stock exchange. The Dutch East India Company issued its stocks in 1602 and became the first company to do so. The first compound microscope was built in the Netherlands. Despite the high population in the country, high-rise buildings are not so common. The Netherlands is a secular country. Almost 40% of its population is non-religious, 30% Catholic, and 20% Protestant. The Dutch are also the most physically active people in the world. More than 50% of the population involves some sport every week at least once. Almost 40% of the country's population lives in a megapolis called Randstad that includes Amsterdam, Rotterdam, The Hague, and Utrecht. Amsterdam is almost completely built out on poles that are buried almost 12 meters into a layer of fen and clay. It has similar construction to Venice. The Netherlands is also the largest consumer of licorice in the world. The country is also fortunate to have the lowest incidence of lactose intolerance in the world. Only 1% of its population is affected by it. Amsterdam has over 1,200 bridges. There are 20 Dutch national parks. More than 1,000 traditional windmills are still operational in the country. KLM is the world's leading airline, which has Dutch roots. It started in 1919 and is also the oldest national airline in the world. Amsterdam is also Europe's 5th busiest travel destination, handling over 4.2 million travelers every single year. The peak growing season for tulips is between April 25th and May 5th. More than 17% of the country's total land area is reclaimed from lakes and seas. The Dutch have been making cheese since 400 AD. The country also boasts the world's oldest tricolor, the national flag of the Netherlands. Belgium and the Netherlands were awarded the most bike-friendly countries in 2013. Because of the land reclamation, the land area of the Netherlands increases every single year. Amsterdam is home to Europe's only addiction clinic where treatment for gambling, video gaming, and substance abuse is done. 70% of bacons come from the Netherlands. Almost 40% of the country's population works part-time. This is the highest percentage in the European Union countries. Amsterdam is the capital of the Netherlands, but the government sits in The Hague. Frisian is the only regional language which is also among the official languages of the country. Rhine, Meuse, and Scheldt are the main 3 rivers that cross the Netherlands before reaching the sea. Some of the big Dutch companies include Shell, Unilever, Philips, Aegon, ING, Heineken, and TNT. Holland is divided up into 2 provinces, North Holland and South Holland. The country has over 4,000 kilometers of navigable rivers, canals, and lakes. The Dutch, after the Scandinavians, drink the most coffee per person in the world, almost 140 liters. The Netherlands is very vulnerable to flooding because it is a low-lying country. Philips, a major electrical appliance company, started humbly in Eindhoven. The city is also known as the City of Lights. Heineken is the world's 3rd largest brewer. The Netherlands is also the world's largest cheese exporting country. The Netherlands has plenty of museums. The Van Gogh Museum and Anne Frank House are some of the most popular museums in Amsterdam. The country's favorite snack is French fries dipped in mayonnaise. The country also has a 300-year-old cheese market for cheese. The average Dutch person eats a whopping 33 pounds of cheese per year. Windmills were used to drain water from the land. They were used for almost 600 years. These days, other methods of flood control are in use. Flood control methods include the use of pumping stations, canals, lakes, and dikes. More than 2,400 kilometers of dikes shield the country from water. If these dikes were removed, almost 65% of the Netherlands would flood daily. The country is known for bicycles and comparatively have 3 times as many bicycles as they have cars. They also have some 3,500 kilometers of bicycle lanes. The countrymen are also blessed with the longest average lifespan in the world, thanks to their healthy eating habits and other factors. The Dutch fought a war for more than 80 years before they gained independence from Spain in 1648. About 4 million people in the country live below sea level. The metric system is a legal standard for weights and measures in the country. By 2025, the authorities of the country are going to ban the sales of gas or petrol as well as diesel-powered automobiles. The country has 3 natural topographic divisions, the dunes, the lowlands, and the high eastern section. The average annual rainfall in the Netherlands is 76.5 centimeters. The village of Giethoorn in the Netherlands has no roads, just canals. The soft drug policy in the Netherlands allows coffee shops to sell drugs that are permitted by the authorities. The Dutch dress in orange on the 27th of April to celebrate the King's birthday. According to the UN, Switzerland, Sweden, and the Netherlands were the most innovative countries in 2017. The country is the 4th largest investor in the United States. They are the first country that developed the artificial heart. The Netherlands does not have any stray dogs on its streets. The country built the world's first solar-powered bike lane. The toilet hole in the toilets of Dutch houses is towards the edge of the seat and not the center. The country is void of deforestation. Basic health insurance is mandatory for everyone and the package starts at €100 per month. The children move out of their parents' house when they are 18 years old. If they don't move out, it's considered weird. The Netherlands unfortunately lost to Spain in the FIFA World Cup finals in 2010. The country won 24 medals in the Winter Olympic Games in Sochi, which was their best performance ever in the games. The country uses electric trains powered by the wind. The trains carry 600,000 passengers daily. The residents of the Netherlands drink a lot of milk for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The country is also famous for DJs. The Dutch care about their animals too, just like they care for humans. They have wildlife crossing for animals living in the forest so that the animals can safely cross the roadways. There's a fake Dutch village which is designed to help people who suffer from dementia. Stairs are narrow in Dutch houses, so sometimes you'll have to move furniture through windows. And finally, traditional Dutch houses often don't use ceiling lights, instead they normally use hanging lamps. Thank you guys so much for watching this video and sticking around. If you are sticking around, please make sure you hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.